Good afternoon. This is Dr. Bobby Cawthorn, lead veterinarian with Aspen Grove Vet Care, coming to you from Fort Collins, Colorado. Today we wanted to talk a little bit about choosing a good, healthy cat food. This can be kind of a daunting process. You walk into a pet store and there's just aisles and aisles of pet food out there, and we're not sure which one to grab for. We are going to talk mostly today about kibble and canned versions, of course. We won't necessarily go into homemade diets. But when looking at cat foods from that stance, we have a few things that we want you to keep in mind. One of them is to always look for what's called an AAFCO statement, which is just an American Association of Food Control Officers. It's a group. It is not a government group, but a private organization that makes sure that the products that you're getting are actually what they say. So when you look at the back of a bag, it's not only going to give you the guaranteed analysis of proteins and carbs and all the vitamins and minerals, but it also usually has a statement that says that this food is either formulated or has been actually done feed trials with actual animals to make sure that it's healthy for them, that they didn't have problems with that food, that it didn't make them sick, they could keep their weight up, they grew properly, some of those factors. So keep in mind that's a great statement to look for, and the biggest thing I love to see is actual feeding trials, because that means they've taken the effort to do that. So that's a big portion to start with. The other is the ingredients. I like to look at the ingredients and the list of them, and I like to try to make sure that they are proper ingredients that a cat would want. Cats are definitely obligate carnivores, so you do want to have a high protein diet that's based upon the meat of animals. And so we're not looking for necessarily meal products, but we'd like to see deboned chicken, things like that, that says they actually took those products and made them into a diet. I think that makes a huge difference. I'm a big fan of looking at the manufacturer. You can go online and look these guys up and look for problems that they might have had. If a manufacturer consistently has problems with their food, I tend to avoid them, of course. We're looking at manufacturers that also have licensed veterinarians that are PhD nutritionists that have been on staff and have been actually there to work with all of these products. And you can find that information out. I know a lot of people don't go to the point of looking at manufacturers too much. They look at the ingredients, they look at the packaging and some of the advertising, but really looking deep into the manufacturer makes a huge difference. I look at that track record more than anything else. A couple other things that we can talk about too that are important that some people don't really keep in mind is some of the language that they put on a bag can be quite confusing. And the only thing that's really regulated out there by the government officials is going to be the word organic. So organic has some specific regulations that are connected with it compared to everything else. Natural, holistic, all of those things. Anybody can say anything about that. They can throw it onto a bag and it really doesn't mean anything. So keep in mind, certain words are just out there. One of the things I might shoot off with the cat food a little bit to keep in mind too, when you're thinking about kibble and you only have one cat in your household, I always recommend that you buy a smaller bag. Don't go out and buy the 40-pound bag of cat food because you only get about a month's worth of preservation when you open that bag up. So it's going to spoil within that time frame. So keep in mind a smaller bag is always much more helpful. If you keep all of these things in mind, getting a good quality product, something that you know is a manufacturer approved product, that you're happy with those guys that are making it, it has those ingredients that you're looking for, you're going to do great. You're going to provide a good quality product to your pet and they're going to thrive. If you have any questions about this or would like more information on this subject or others, don't hesitate, visit our website.